My brother is fond of using Craigslist to find good electronic deals. The latest iPhone 5 was out at the time, and this dude in Akron, was selling it for retail price. Sounded too good to be true, but my brother contacted the seller anyways. He stated that he got them for free and wanted to sell them off because he needed the money. He asked my brother to meet up with him at a local frozen custard shop at 10:00 p.m. My brother showed up, but after noticing the vacant lot and pure darkness, my brother drove off. The seller called my brother instantly and stated that he saw my brother drive by, but needed my brother to enter the lot. And that's where the trade will be made. My brother drove back, and this time he can see the headlights on the seller's car cascading across the vacant parking lot. My brother called him back and stated that it was too dark and he doesn't feel comfortable. After a bit of talking, they agreed to meet up at the closest McDonald's. My brother went there as fast as he could and enter McDonald's. My brother called the seller and told him to come inside to do the trick. The seller told my brother to meet up at the back parking lot of the McDonald's. At this point, my brother stated that he was no longer interested because it seems like the seller had other agendas. After ordering some food, my brother and my little cousin left McDonald's and proceeded to their car. Out of nowhere, this dude with a black mask on strangles my little cousin and shouted at my brother, "Give me all your money or he dies." My little cousin cried, "Quick, give him all your money, I don't want to die." My brother left my little cousin and bolted back inside McDonald's. My brother called 911 and the employees locked all the doors. My little cousin was let off, and he stayed by the door of McDonald's until the cops showed up. Seemed kind of messed up to leave a young child outside alone, but everyone was afraid of the gunman hiding and infiltrating the place. My family stopped using Craigslist after that.
I needed a new roommate quickly, and eventually settled on this chick from Florida, who was moving out to San Diego. She initially came off as a little goofy and native over the phone, but in person, she was just strange. She had no sense for personal boundaries, would eat all my food, use my laptop in my room when I wasn't home to go on plenty offish, come, and would barge into my room when I had friends over to say the weirdest shit. All in the first week, she did, and said a ton of weird things. In month she lived with me. She started hanging out with a coworker from Subway along with her coworkers, Beth, who just got out of jail, and 4 of his friends. They really only came around because she would buy stuff, and they laughed at the dumb shit she would do and say. She would always leave the window cracked because she lost her keys a lot, and would talk about how she did that all the time. Anyway, her friends broke into the house, stole my TV, my laptop, the smaller TV I had in my room, this wedding dress my aunt wanted me to sell on eBay for her, a bunch of DVDs, and my prescription glasses. I call her freaking out, and she was just getting home, and she said she had called the cops on me because her broken laptop got stolen, and suggested I took all my stuff out of the app to steal her crappy broken laptop. Cops came and pulled me aside and told me she seemed unstable and suggested I don't use Craigslist for roommates anymore. I had her backed against the wall and was screaming at her with my finger in her face. When the cops walked in, I thought I was screwed when they saw that, but after talking to her for 5 minutes, they seemed to understand my frustration with her. The cops just took down what was stolen, and I took her key away and put her 1 box of crap outside the apartment. I eventually got my stuff back on my own because I made up some bullshit about having hidden cameras, and I wouldn't show them to the cops if I got all my stuff back. Somehow, that worked.
Sold an old Suvioi Sioux Trooper once. It was running and mostly drivable, but needed either very expensive parts, very expensive professional repairs, a matter of equipment more than skill, or an expensive modification to keep it on the road. That, combined with me really needing a truck bed, meant it was time to list the old girl on Craigslist. I listed it for $500. I got a call asking if I'd sell it for $200. I told the guy no, I could get $200 for the rims and fairly new tires on it. He responded that then obviously I'd have a 2.5-ton hunk of metal in my driveway, to which I responded that I could continue to part the thing out until it was cost effective for me to pay someone to haul it off. I didn't want to put in the work, so I'm selling it in one piece for $500. Thank you very much. Well, no can make any money off this thing at $500. $200 is what you're gonna wind up selling it for. I said no. I would no sell it for $200 and ended the call. Texted me back incessantly, annoyed me to no end. After the first couple hours, he upped the price to $250. I had a piece of crap prepaid phone. There was no way to block him. Finally, I found a buyer willing to give me $450. I arranged a time to meet up, exchange money, and transfer the title, only to have another text conversation with Mr. $200. I'll do $300 on that trooper. Sorry, I just sold it. How much? I'll beat him by 50. It's sold. I've agreed to sell it to someone, and I'm not going back on that. I'll give $350. No, the truck is sold. Stop texting me. How much? I sold the truck. It's gone. Okay. But you can tell me how. $450. I'll do $475. I thought you said no one could make money on this truck at more than $200. Well, yeah, but you seem like a nice kid. I'm 37 at the time, and he sounds younger than me. I'm just trying to help you out. Once I sell this truck, I'm turning my phone off for the rest of the weekend. I actually had to turn my phone. About 4 years ago, I was trying to sell my Mazda Miata on Craigslist. My friend took some pictures of the car for me and put them online. All of the people who I had talked to on the phone were older men who seemed to have not read the description at all, asking me basic questions that were in the ad that I posted. It seemed a little weird because I guess I was expecting someone like myself to be drawn to that car, 19-year-old females. Anyway, the calls started getting creepier and creepier until finally I had a man call who wanted to meet to see it. I was trying to find a public place, but he kept insisting we meet at my house. He wouldn't even talk to me about anything related to the car, and just kept asking where I lived and what my cross streets were they, as if I'd be dumb enough to meet him at my house. After it got really weird, I hung up on him, and he kept calling back, asking where I lived. I went online to remove the ad and realized my friend had taken a picture that had me in it.